Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How is everybody doing? Inshallah, everybody's doing very well on this blessed sunny day here in Yerevan, Armenia. So it has recently come to my attention that, whether you are aware or not aware, I wasn't able to access through my Facebook, okay? So when I post videos and reels, it automatically is attached, not all, but some of them, majority of them. From my Instagram, it goes immediately uploaded into my Facebook, okay? Now, for a year or 2 years, I believe it's 1 year, I have a pinned photo, 2 photos of me holding the Quran, wearing a blue hijab, where I was in Jordan, because I put 2 people in prison when I was in Jordan. For what? For sexual assault, rape, these are married men, okay, and who, attack revert, and who were taking virginal Muslim women from Jordan, living in Jordan, young women, and forcing them into prostitution, or tricking them into prostitution, and also drugs involved, okay? So because I was living in that environment, in that area, someone who has human rights advocacy, someone who does this for a living, I was there for tourism, I was there for Islam, I was there for multiple reasons, I had them put in prison on my own, okay? Now, when I went back, because I couldn't look at that post, I couldn't look at the comments, it's been a while, I saw some people trying to discredit me. Now, you have to understand something. When you're successful at what you do, you're going to rub the ill-intended people the wrong way. People that don't like the law, people who are rapists, people who don't like Islam, people who are drug users and abusers. So I noticed there's this one guy named Ali Mala who is probably a fake name anyways. He kept contacting me on Instagram. I blocked him everywhere because I don't know, maybe he's just a fraud. Whoever this person is, I kept blocking them. Apparently they're a Kurd from Lebanon, lives in Lebanon. He was harassing me at that time when I was putting people in prison in Jordan. Then I blocked him because he's telling me he wants to marry me. I don't know you. And he has connections to Armenians. I don't care. I don't know you. So I noticed, because I blocked whoever this person is, they made another account on Facebook and they started leaving all this BS information about me, that apparently I'm married, I have children. I've never been married. I have absolutely no kids, never touched drugs, never been into prostitution, stating that apparently I'm married and I have kids and I'm using Islam for the dirty deeds that I'm doing, such as doing black magic on people and using him for sex and money. And then what this person is doing is, clearly because I blocked him and his ego and everything got bruised, because I don't know who he is and I don't develop relationships with people online, and I have class, and let me tell you, why am I gonna marry wealthy men that I rejected in Jordan and Saudi Arabia and with good reputations? I'm gonna marry some guy who acts like this. So making up all this stuff about me, and here comes Armenians just after writing disgusting things that only reflect how their mothers brought them up in society, which again reflects exactly why I'm here working with the law, as the Armenian police have asked me throughout the years to join them, because they were extremely, and they told me to my face, proud of me and how I embarrassed them on how well I am with the law and how I defend women and in dangerous situation and how I have strength to do so, okay? Now you may be asking yourself, well, what were those Armenians writing? Well, let me tell you something. Sick activates sick. People with mental health issues activate other people. It encourages them to also act out the way they're already perceiving their own mind, the way they're perceiving their own self projecting onto others, okay? Now, again, none of these people, I don't know any of these people. So what these Armenians are writing in Armenian about me, on the post about in Islam, there is a law that if you rape a woman, that you get slashes, imprisonment, beatings, cutting of the hands and the head, okay? These Armenians are writing, I would like to see how many tattoos you have on your vagina, on your pussy, so I can F you. This is what they're writing. So let me tell you, sick activates sick. Okay, so in a fashion, I was contemplating this morning and I'm like, it's good for 4 to 6 months this. So we're going to get really in detail because I am a firm believer in being very direct, being modest, being dignified woman as an Armenian and a Muslim. Okay, if you open my vagina, you're going to see a very tiny, tiny little hole. Once in a while, when I go to the gynecologist, there are always 2 to 3 women in there. When they put the device in my vagina, not only do I squelch, yell, when they use lube, okay? But they are always apologizing to me. That's how tiny my vagina hole is, okay? There are no tattoos on my anywhere that is private. Not my breast, not my rear, not my front end. We're going to clarify some things because you have to know something. I coach Muslim women, and there is no shame when it comes to holding your dignity up. When I was a young child, I was actually raped. I was raped because my family members would not take responsibility or care for me. Not the men, not the women. I'm the youngest of the family. I was the youngest of the family. And I was the one that always taking responsibility of taking care of my family. Okay. Because I was brought up in a sense of very religious doctrines, it was always Allah, it was always God protecting me and saving me from going mentally sick and preventing me from doing abusive things to myself and other people. I never got to that point where I ever wanted to hurt other people or ever get into drugs or ever get into prostitution. Never in my life. And people who know me in Gyumri, they know this very well. So don't play this game, okay? They know this very well. The men in Gyumri have tried. What has happened to them after? Many of them got arrested, okay? It's documented. My videos are all posted, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not a woman that sleeps around. I've never been a woman that goes around and sleeps around. I've never been sexually active. I'm not a sexually active woman. Anybody who states that is either associating the disgusting behaviors that they're doing and wishing that they could do that upon me. Because remember, when you are a strong woman, you're dignified. And where does tattoos have anything to do with sex? What are tattoos? This is a reflection of all the disgusting pornographies that you people watch. And I'm teaming up with an Islamic group, and we are about to post a bunch of posts about men who have this sickness where they watch too much porn and they pretend to be, all these religious, whether they're Christian or Muslim, it doesn't matter. You have a sickness. You have to deal with it. And projecting this image, these behaviors that you do upon dignified women, just because you feel that they suit this disgusting image in your head on a visual, doesn't make it any more justice. You are sick. On that front, I don't ever recall ever asking a man for money, not for sex, not for work, not for free, not for help, not for advice. Never in my life. If I recall, never in my life. So again, ladies and gentlemen, in a fashion, it's kind of okay, it's kind of good, not okay, but it's kind of good that these comments by these fake accounts and these fake people that I don't even know, these people don't know me, they've created this. Remember, if you're a social media influencer, guys, you're going to have obsessed people that obsess about you. You know Selena? She was like a Mexican Hispanic singer. She was shot dead because of her fame by her own manager. So you can only imagine the mental illnesses, these fantasies complete strangers create of you. And I salute